Good morning. Welcome to Live True with JT. I'm JT and I'm training to run the Grand Canyon rim to rim to rim. And my goal is 16 hours. I am up here on the Hedgehog Trail, Santan Mountain Regional Park. Of course, it's my go-to place. And I live in Arizona, in case you can't tell by all the cactus and stuff around me. And let's see, today's Saturday, October 10th. It is a little after 6. I think it's about 6:30. So I just checked my Strava. Strava is the app that I'm using to track my miles and stuff like that. And I'm at about 3.8 miles, 3.9, somewhere around there. And it's taken me, I think, about an hour. So I am definitely faster than I was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I think it was. So I did about 4 miles total, 4.5. And I think it took me about an hour and a half, something like that. So now I'm at almost 4 miles and I'm about at an hour. So I'm definitely, I'm feeling good. I'm definitely getting faster. I mean, it's coming back pretty quickly, I might add. And so I'm pretty optimistic. Now I just have to be careful not to try to go too fast or too far or do too much too soon. I think I mentioned that before, but it's a thing, you know, and I have to be careful because you get feeling good and then you go too fast, too much, and then you get injured, and then you can put a damper in all your plans, which I have experience with. If you've been around this channel for a while and you've seen some of the videos in the past, you could see that I've struggled with injuries in the past, and it's pretty discouraging. But I'm not going to worry about that. I just need to be mindful not to overdo it. But oh man, it's a beautiful morning. I'm excited to be here, and I'm going to get back to it. So as I mentioned, I'm on the Hedgehog Trail right now. I don't normally go on this trail. I don't think very many people normally go on this trail, but it is awesome. It's beautiful, and you know, it's more rugged and you get some pretty good views of things. So I'm going on this trail because it's not quite as far. The total, like the Santan Loop, goes further south and goes around. That's what I've done a lot in the past. And you know, as I mentioned, I'm trying to ease into this a little bit, so got to do some shorter loops. And this is a really cool one. It's a beautiful trail. I really like it. A friend of mine comes up here to ride his mountain bike quite a bit. Chad. What's up, Chad? I see him out here often, and I remember him telling me one time that he likes to go on Hedgehog because there aren't that many people out here. So, and I guess I'm gonna crowd up his trail because I'm gonna come out here more often. Now, check this out. You can see the bluffs behind me. I know the GoPro doesn't do them justice because it has a tendency to flatten things out, but man, it looks pretty awesome. You know, almost like a tiny little canyon wall, which, you know, is fitting since I'm training for the Grand Canyon. I wonder if there's any trails that go up those things. That'd be pretty sweet. Okay, well, seems a little like Groundhog Day, doesn't it? You know, it happens on Saturday morning. Groundhog Day. Get out, get up, drive, get on the trail, hike, pull out the camera, talk to everyone, go home, put the parking lot, say goodbye. I hope that these vlogs are not that boring. I don't know. I started doing this because it was a way to hold myself accountable to doing the training, because I'm like, okay, well, I gotta make a video, and you know, it does help. It also helps if I'm out here all by myself. I like doing this by myself, but I also like going with my buddy Carl Dobbins. He's been with me quite a bit on these trails, and you know, he's traveling for work, and his work has gotten really busy, so we don't get to see him very much anymore. But anyways, it's fun to be out here, and having the camera is, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm all by myself. That's pretty cool. You're with me, which is awesome. We're doing about 8 miles today, so I hope you're ready. Wow, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh, I woke up this morning, I slept in a little bit, right? I wanted to get up about 4:15, something like that. I got up at, I think it was like 4:36. So I slept in, and I'll tell you, I did have that thought, the thought that pops into your head that says, you've been doing pretty good. Why don't you just skip it? You can do it next week. Go next week. You're tired. You deserve a break. Those thoughts are little gremlins trying to get in the way of your progress. So, I've gotten pretty good at kicking the gremlins in the face, but sometimes it's hard. Today I listened for a half a second and decided no, I know that if I don't come out here and do this, now that I've decided to do it, if I don't come out here and do this, I'll wish that I had. And I don't like that feeling. So it's better just to get up, kick the gremlins in the face, and get out on the trail. And then it's like, oh man, I'm thanking myself for getting out here because it's just beautiful. I feel great. I love that there's some nice, crisp, cool air this morning. October in the desert. So awesome. So I got up. Yay for me, I got up. And I'm here doing this, and I'm super glad. The sun's coming up. It's a beautiful morning. Beautiful, beautiful. So I will say one thing about discipline, something I've learned over the years, is really all it is. Like if you're working on something that requires consistent effort, and it's hard, to keep going sometimes. And you think about discipline, it makes it sound even harder, right? It's uncomfortable, and it sounds like it takes too much effort, and makes it sound less fun. But if you think about it in a different way, if discipline is just remembering what you want most, then it's a lot easier to be disciplined, because all you're doing is remembering why you're doing it in the first place. And so that's what I do. I just remember why I'm doing all of this and how much I enjoy it. And that helps me, ignore those little thoughts and just get out there and do it. Morning. So, just a thought for you. If you're training for something, maybe you're going to go to the Grand Canyon, do rim to rim or rim to rim to rim, or just go down to the bottom or go to Indian Garden or whatever. And, or you're training for a marathon or a half or something like that, or an ultra, just remembering why you're doing it. Remembering what you want most. Do I want to sleep in right now? Maybe that's what you want most right now. But what I want most, more than that, is to be in good shape so I can have a good experience when I go do the thing that I'm training for. And I'm always glad that I went, so I have to remember those things. So that makes it easier just to, get those thoughts out of your head, and then just get to it. There's my tip of the day. The desert is waking up, and people are coming out. And I'll talk to you later. All right, I'm headed back towards the parking lot, towards Gold Mine Mountain. I've done about 6.5 miles, and still feel pretty good. I'm getting the odd little ache in my, one behind my knee on my left leg and my right hip is bugging me. So I'm probably doing a little too much, trying to go too fast. So I'm gonna slow it down and just sort of relax a little bit. I'm heading up Goldmine Mountain once again. It's not really a mountain. They call it a mountain. It's kind of like just a steep hill, but I like the word mountain better. So I'll go with that. I'm not going to argue with everybody. But I think if you're from a place that has real mountains, you're probably laughing at our little mountain. Of course, you go over it if you're out of shape. It does feel like a mountain. Well, Groundhog Day is coming to an end. Here I am at the parking lot once again. And wait, let's see. Strava says 8.74 miles, about 2 hours and 24 minutes. So I feel pretty good. I am tired, but I feel pretty good. I feel like I probably could do a little bit more, but it's a good place to stop. And I'm gonna go home and relax, and I will see you next week. Mountain bikers. I love them. I love mountain bikers. If you're a mountain biker, I love you too. Hi. Morning. Morning. Runners. You're my peeps.